is foul and foul is fair. Hover through the fog and filthy
This is a pretty heavy video topic, so if you are a survivor of sexual assault or childhood abuse or anything of that nature and are easily triggered, you might not want to watch this video. And any information that I share in this video is just from someone with experience. I'm not a legal professional. So I'm currently going through the legal process of a historical childhood sexual abuse case, and although my legal experience in regards to this is limited to my own, I hope that it might be able to help others who are thinking of taking this course of action. I would also like to add that I'm in Canada, so I'm not sure if this would be the same type of experience in countries outside of here. At this point, I have gone through the stages of pressing charges, doing interviews with the police and a court advocate. I will be testifying over a 2-day period in June at the preliminary court level. So this will probably end up being a multiple video series as I go through the process. For those who never take legal action against those who have violated them, especially in a historical childhood sexual abuse case, I cannot blame them. The system is largely stacked up against us, and even if a survivor's case gets to court and there is a conviction, the likelihood of there being any significant sentence is slim. The only reason why I'm doing it is because I hope that my abuser is put on a sex offenders list, so people in the area where he lives will have to be notified about him living there. I'm also hoping that there will be some type of restriction to his access to children. If you are a survivor of childhood sexual abuse and wish to take legal action, there are several stages that you will have to go through. I was abused over quite a few years, and for a few of those years it was on a regular basis, and for the rest of the time it was a lot more sporadic. It really depended on how much access he had to me. I was able to bury my memories until about 10 years ago I started to remember. This was a really grueling process, and even after dedicating a lot of time and energy to remembering, some of those memories still bleed into others. It's very messy, and I know that this is something that a lot of people go through. With that in mind, and the fact that I thought that there was no recourse, which quite honestly I was thankful for, because it gave me an excuse not to deal with it, I just wanted to get over it and leave it in the past. However, about 1.5 years ago, I heard that he was babysitting a little girl, and that there was another girl that he babysat a few years prior. I felt responsible to do something. I don't know if he abused those girls or not, but I will always have that hovering over me. My own inaction may have come at a very heavy price. So upon finding out this information, I wanted to do something, but I didn't know what to do. I was freaking out, so I called a friend of mine, and she was really awesome. She did some research for me and found out that there was in fact no statute of limitation on a case like mine. So I phoned my local police department right away, and they referred me to the sex crimes unit in the area that the abuse happened. About a week or 2 later, I had 2 officers come up to where I live and interview me on camera, which took a few hours, and it was really intense. I lucked out though. These 2 officers were wonderful. They were sensitive during the interview process with me, and they also interviewed a couple of people in my life that I told what happened many years prior, and they were interviewed on camera as well, and they were, again, sensitive with these people too. After the police interviewed me and a couple of other people, they contacted my abuser and had an interview with him. They pressed charges against him right away. Since he's maintained his innocence, we're having a preliminary hearing, which is what I'm doing in June. If the judge sees that we have enough evidence, we'll then proceed to a full trial, unless he pleads guilty before then. Often in these situations there are no other witnesses, so it's your word against theirs. And since I have no forthcoming witnesses who may have been present during my abuse, we've had to rely heavily on my memories and some medical and other professional documentation from my childhood. So now I'm waiting for my hearing date. It would be good to get that part over with, but to be honest, I am a little scared. I don't know what to expect. Really, I don't know if he'll be there. I don't know how many people will be there. I don't know what approach the defense will take. I mean, it's their job to discredit me. So, yeah. Anyways, once that's done, or once I find out more or have more to share, maybe I'll do another video. It'll probably be after though. Anyways, if any of you have experience with this, whether you're a legal professional or someone who's gone through this whole procedure yourself, feel free to share your story in a video response, in a comment, or you're more than welcome to private message me. Anyways, thanks for listening to me babble, and thanks for watching. Slancha.